Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to teach you a new exercise which will greatly strengthen both your arms and your shoulders. Now I bet you're wondering what this exercise is. This exercise, it is a push-up, but it's not just any push-up. It is a one-arm push-up. Now I will say this, the one-arm push-up, generally, I only recommend you do this if you have some level of fitness under your belt. I wouldn't suggest that just anybody get up and do it. Not saying it can't be done. I just do not recommend it. So you want to make sure that you can do the following. You're able to do a regular push-up, and you're able to support yourself in a plank position. And then after that, you also want to make sure that you'll be able to support yourself from a plank position with one hand. It is a little strenuous, but like I said, be optimistic. Anybody can get through this. Hopefully after this presentation, you will be able to do one too. The recommended attire for this, I would prefer comfortable clothing. Whether that be a t-shirt, sweatpants, tennis shoes, like listed on the presentation here, or it can be shorts, a tank top, just any kind of comfortable clothing. Generally, I would not recommend, let's say, a dress shirt like the one I'm wearing, or khakis and dress shoes. Now, before we get straight into the one-arm push-up, it is very key that you go ahead and you stretch. You really want to make sure you're stretched. There's no point in injuring yourself pointlessly. You want to make sure that everything is fine and that you're straining the right muscles and not pulling the right muscles. So you really want to make sure that you go ahead and get your body warmed up and stretched. I suggest a quick little 5 to 10 minute run. Definitely do some arm stretches, specifically cross shoulder stretches, like the one I'm demonstrating now, and even behind your back. Those are just a few, but generally you want to make sure that you stretch the muscles in these general areas, for that's what the one-arm push-up will be focusing on. Now, when it comes to the body position, first you do want to get into a plank position. Even though you can start from a resting position, that's generally more advanced, so it's key that you start from a plank position if this is your first time. Next, you want to go ahead and spread your feet shoulder width apart. That is very key, for that works almost as your main support system aside from your arm. You only have 3 points, so it's key that you distribute the weight properly. And putting your feet shoulder width apart would do just that. Now, you then want to take, preferably, your non-dominant hand and place it behind your back on the lower region, specifically as such. This is just because most people's strong side is their dominant arm, and they'll generally be more comfortable. Now, when it comes to lowering your body, it's not something that you really want to do too fast. Generally, that's where most of the issues come in when people try to do a one-arm push-up. They try to do it hastily and lose balance and fall. When you do your one-arm push-up, you want to lower yourself slowly, bending your elbow, and be cautious of not popping back up or locking your arm. That can also cause injury. Now, when you do that, you really want to make sure that you maintain the proper form. That's very essential, because again, because you're putting such a strain on these areas, you really want to make sure you're doing it right. Now we're at the point where you raise your body. You really want to, like I said previously, you really want to take your time doing it. It's not something you have to rush. So, that is a quick down motion, then back up motion. Now, just to review all around what should happen and what all you can do for this push-up, you want to first make sure you're dressed in comfortable clothing. Again, sweatpants, t-shirt, tennis shoes are all fine. Once you are dressed in comfortable clothing, you then want to go ahead and make sure you get the proper warm-up. Stretching, maybe run for 5 minutes. After that, you want to go ahead and get into a plank position, in which you would then put your feet shoulder width apart and take one arm, preferably not your dominant arm, and put it behind your back towards the lower part of your back. After that, you will lower yourself slowly, bending your elbow, and then rising slowly, bending your elbow. And you want to make sure you maintain perfect form. That generally, in a nutshell, is how you do a one-arm push-up. Next, I will play a small video for you so you can see how it's supposed to look like. If you notice, I'm in my plank position. I'm going down slow. I'm making sure I'm level. My toes are bent to the ground and that the balls of my feet are also on the floor. Again, I understand the video was short, so I will show it again. And that, my audience and friends, is how you do a one-arm push-up. Thank you for tuning in.